What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hopefully my audio is good.
Hello.
Can you hear Tor and I okay? We're gonna shoot audio checks first. See
Make
if
sure
everybody's
hear us fine and not fading in and out because auto
right.
gain.
Yeah, we were messing with all the settings. They like had the auto adjust and all this other stuff, and Tor was clipping last stream, and we're trying to figure it out. So I did actually steal the Yeti from Krista's computer, since her headset's actually got a really nice cardioid microphone in it. So figure as much. This one's okay. I don't know if it'll work well, but I'm just going right through my Yeti with no fancy stuff. Yep. So
howdy, Fred.
All right.
Nemo, Blasto.
Hey Tor, do you have your Yeti turned in the correct direction for the cardioid pattern to pick you up?
I turned it a little bit. That should be better.
Okay. Yeah, so like looks like Tor's go to the Harambe again. Is that what that is? Yeah, I'm not drinking a ton of fluids today because our it's not a septic tank, but we have a holding tank behind the shop for the bathroom. And with all the rain and water we had, the groundwater is so high it pushed the 1,000-gallon tank out of the ground.
That was wild to see.
Yeah, like almost 3 feet. So I actually called my plumber that put it all in. I was gonna go borrow my friend's small excavator and try to dig it back out and get it back in there, because the piping actually didn't crack. So the ejector pipe going to the house and the sewage coming in didn't crack off, which was really impressive. I was surprised. But we were just going to excavate it. But my whole thing was like, it's going to happen again if we get a really bad rain. It was like a combination of rain and snow and just saturated the ground here. So we're actually putting a smaller tank in because it's not a septic system. It's literally just a thing for everything to go into. And then we have a big Zoller pump in there that pumps everything out. So it just needs to hold some shit, literally, and grind it up and send it up to the house. So, but yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be the project for this weekend. Yeah, luckily it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like crazy expensive. So I'm actually streaming from the shop today, if you guys can't tell. I think this camera's okay. This is just this is actually the camera this camera is the one that I recorded all of my first videos with. If you guys watch some of the really old videos that are from 6+ years ago, this is actually still the same C920. And I have the autofocus locked. So look at it. It's actually staying focused because I have it locked. That was my big complaint with the Logitech. So We'll see. I have been working out here quite a bit more. You can see our printers are making plastic. They're pooping plastic. At least the top rows are. What stuff do we have? We got a lot to talk about today. Man, Bambu just keeps coming up on all these streams, and this for today, it's not for good reasons at all. And we'll get into that in a little bit here. I do want to give a shout out though to hang on, where the hell did I put it? Oh yeah, to Mr. Tripod. I don't know if he's watching, but John over at Tripod's Garage. Just everybody, make sure to wish him a happy birthday. Go bug him on Twitter and on YouTube. Just go spam him with happy birthdays. Make him feel real loved.
He and Sam Prentice are hanging out, so I don't think.
Yeah, well, you know they're probably gonna be.
Oh, they're already drinking.
Oh, I was gonna say there's usually drinking involved. Yeah. So, and I'm gonna give myself a shameless plug, just because I figured like we already had a couple people from our Discord server get some stuff off here. I dropped my tubing. I was gonna show off my tubings. We have 2 different tubes now. But we'll talk about that in a sec. But I'm going to plug my baby registry. So if you guys want to help us out, we do have a baby registry. I posted it's a redirect link. It's babyreg.timothyhoagland.com. That's our, Chris has set up an Amazon gift registry. That should take you right there. If for some reason that doesn't work, here's the actual direct link here. Like the Amazon link. So we'll see that, but shameless plug for myself. We'd really appreciate it. So, we have nothing for children. So, but we're expecting her to come. We're having a baby girl. Hopefully I'll be raising the nerdiest girl on earth. We actually did pick out a name. We're going with Olivia Rose. So, I was joking about the name Olivia because I like Olivia Wilde, and then Chris was like, "I actually kind of like that name." I was like, "Well, I like it too. It's not a weird name, it's not like Michaela spelled like Mykleigh or something like that." I don't want my kids having weird ass names. Names do matter, no matter what anybody says. Having normal names do matter.
They will get bullied in school, yeah.
Or they won't believe that your name's real, right, Tor?
Very true. Having to send my ID picture around.
I know. I did not believe you, and I think it was Jordan. It was either Jordan or Matt when I told him your name was Tor. Like, oh, is that like his screen name? I was like, no, that's his real legal name. Like, it's Tor, Tor. But yeah, so yeah, if you guys want to, anything is appreciated. Also, if you guys just want to send us, if you got old baby stuff laying around, you want to get rid of it, you can ship it to the address on our site. I mean, hell, if you got stuff that is actually useful, I'll send you a label. Send us some crap. I am not I'm not above asking for secondhands. And I look at it this way, especially with clothes and stuff, they're gonna outgrow them in months anyways. I'm not buying new clothes. There's no point. It's just a waste of money. So. But yeah, well, we're both very excited. So also considering the due date is at the end of June, I don't think we'll be going to Midwest RepRap Fest because I think that's June 22nd, and that's way too close to the due date. This will be the first Midwest RepRap Fest I've missed in more than that. 2017 was my first one. So in 7 years, this will be my 7th year going. But yeah, I think this is a legitimate excuse as to not go to Midwest RepRap Fest.
Yeah.
So we will be going to Rocky Mountain RepRap Fest though, which is in April. And I think we finally worn Tor down enough where we're gonna fly his ass out there because Tor, you've been working for us for what, 7 years almost?
Since 2017.
Yeah, and we still have not met in person ever.
I haven't left California maybe.
So. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, new stuff. We launched our Bambu tubing. So these are our 2 different tough tubes. So we have 2 versions. And the reason we have 2 versions is because Bambu uses a different tubing spec than most Bowden printers. So on most of your printers that use the Bowden tube for pushing the filament through, Bambu's using it as like a reverse Bowden for its guiding. And they have all the slop accounted for in the tubing and the lengths and everything. So when you use a tighter tolerance tubing like let me pull up my G hub here. I got to manually, like a peasant, I gotta manually adjust my focus here. And still, let's see. So if you look here, the one on the right here, this is our tough tube with the 1.9 millimeter internal diameter. And on the left is our tough tube for the Bambu, which has a 2.5 millimeter internal diameter. What this means is that this is a direct replacement for the Bambu tubing. And this stuff also should last a lot longer than their really cheap clear tubing. So we do have this in the shop. We do have bulk packs for both tubes now. So I added, you can get a 10% discount if you buy 10 meters at a time. There are links. If you go to our website, you can go to the store and there's a PTFE tubing and fittings, and you can buy 10 meters. So this is a meter of each. I actually use these for the product photos, and yeah, it's way better. So yeah, I see. Yeah, I saw that. So I see David said your tough tool stand up to use way better than the Capricorn, as theirs is 3.3 millimeters internal diameter. It's honestly kind of flimsy. Yeah, so we went with 2.5. So Bambu specs 2.5 millimeter internal diameter. So I had this custom made. So like we already had our tubing made. And if you notice, I had them make the Bambu version slightly darker colored than the other one, so we can tell it apart easily. But yeah, so we've already sold over 100 meters of this in the last 2 days. So I've been cutting tubing. We literally buy this in bulk and we have to cut it and package it. So, but
yeah, I think Matt shared the link in the Bambu groups.
Yeah, we shipped a ton of them out today. So the lighting kits have been selling really well for the X1 and the P1. I will be doing a video on the X1 installing that, and then Tor, you got pictures and stuff for yours, right? So I mean, if you want to record a video, well. Yeah, I was gonna say, I got you. You got a nice camera now, and you know you can make that. Don't you have a 920 for your other camera? Isn't your other camera now the same one I'm using for right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you could use it. Just lock the focus. Oh yeah. Well, the Easy Cam will be good for locking the focus because it's a manual only. So yeah, no, it's not translucent, and it's not translucent because of the additives that give it the durability and the slickness. So this is slicker than your stock PTFE tubing. There is a additive in this tubing that makes it slicker and a little more durable than your standard PTFE. So it is made from PTFE, but there's additives, which is why it has a color. So, all right. But yeah, no, it's not translucent. So I think
they were asking that for just to see where it is in line.
Yeah, I get that, but the problem is then you're losing the quality of the tubing, and like the durability by going translucent. You can't really have both. Yeah,
that's probably why the stock ones run through so quickly, because they do have it semi-translucent.
Yeah, I mean they don't need to be translucent. You know. No. But I get it.
The printer knows where the filament is. You don't really need to know. As long as it's coming out, that's what you need to know.
I'm just going to move this stuff over here. So we got Tripod's birthday here. We got our tubing. I am going to be doing it'll probably be a hangout stream. Triangle Labs actually made a video of installing their hot end, on the K1. So I just linked that on the product page, but I'm going to be putting that hot end on my K1 as well. So, yeah, I'm excited to start getting into modding things. I am going to move forward with just doing firmware for the Ender 3 V3 SE. And for now, until I can work with Scott on getting that Auto Z offset sensor working, there's no reason we can't put firmware on it and just have the user set the offset like they do on every other printer. So that's what we're going to do for now. And then I'll just make sure it's clear that, hey, like this feature will not work on the printer right now. We are planning on adding it, but I'm not guaranteeing it. You know, it really depends on how much work it's going to take. It will be either way. That feature should be included into Marlin, so it's not going to be a waste of time whether we do it or Scott does it, or we can get the source code from Creality. That would be the easiest thing, is just get the source code. The whole point of having the source code is, you know, being able to modify it then, and we need that to support their sensor there. So. Yeah,
and it would be cool to see on a lot of other machines as well.
Yeah, and I see Tor here. It's apparently today is the 20th anniversary of the first public appearance of the printer. You want me to share that, or do you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here. Let me share that here. I already got it open here. I just upgraded the screens out here to 1440p screens, and I'm so glad I did because it was rough doing it on 1080p here. So, all right, let's see. Bam, there we go. So this was, and this looks like it's in like it is in a museum.
It's in the London Museum.
Yeah, so Adrian Boyer, he's like the father of the RepRap movement, is basically how, if you guys have never heard of him, he's the one who started all this. We wouldn't have these printers that we're using today without him. And you can see back then, like it was very much like very, very DIY. Like you've got like literally, you've got printed parts on here, and like the hot end, like the crazy hot end, like there was no such thing as like an off the shelf hot end. You were like wrapping nichrome wire and stuff. You were making your own heaters. You're drilling out bolts and screws for the nozzles. Yeah. So, and it's all threaded rod from the hardware store, connecting all this stuff together. And then you've got the linear rods here. So, you know, that stuff existed before 3D printers. So a lot of off the shelf parts. The cool thing is, if you look at this, this actually has 4 lead screws connecting the 4. It's got 4 Z motors, which this is a lot of similar designs as to what we see in some printers these days. It's just this was the first one to do it.
All linked by a belt.
Yeah, they're all linked by a belt here in each corner, so it is actually driving it from all 4 corners. It's actually a fairly good design. We see a lot of the same design cues in a lot of the newer printers here. So but yeah,
Vector 3D actually remade it with more updated hardware.
I think I saw that. So this is a link he had here. Yeah, like I'm trying to find here
off the shelf parts.
Yeah, so yeah, here's the RepRap one. The Melzi boards. Oh my god. The Melzi boards. These guys here, the old Melzi boards. Yeah.
Ooh, having to do screw terminal or the terminals for each
for the motors. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
JST has come along.
I'm just reading chat right now. Dave says, your hot end compatible with regular K1 nozzles, or are you going to use the nozzle you currently sell? If it's the K1, they'll work on the new SE as well. So if you change out, it's Triangle Labs hot end. It's not our hot end. We didn't decide to do our own branded hot end because they had a really good hot end. Triangle Labs makes pretty good stuff. And the same factory that makes stuff for Triangle Labs makes stuff for us. So like parts from inside our tough extruders, the V2s, those are made by the same factory that makes Triangle Labs stuff. So we've been using Triangle Labs factory for a while for a lot of our parts, for a lot of our nozzles and other little small parts. But the Triangle Lab hot end only works with MKH style nozzles, which are readily available nozzles from anywhere. And it does come with one. So what just happened to my video? Hang on. There it goes. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So, all right. That's all we have for like the opening. Am I forgetting? Oh, the new solid bed mounts are out. I totally forgot to mention that. So the new solid bed mounts are out. I have on, when you purchase the solid bed mount V2s, you will get the STL files for the camera arm. One of the reasons we redesigned this kit is, one, it was just getting dated. We wanted something that looked a little nicer, and we wanted to make improvements. And that's exactly what this does. So you can get the base kit here for 18 bucks. And we also took feedback and noticed stuff from customers that they wanted to shim their bed. So we actually have nylon washers included that you can use to shim your bed out. The reason we went with nylon instead of metal is because nylon runs zero risk of shorting out your bed if you tighten them down too tight and go into the traces. So it includes the strain relief and the 4 bed mounts, zip ties to tie your wires into the strain relief, and then the leveling washers. And it's a modular system. So basically, if you can use a strain relief on your printer, which we have a list on the page here of what printers it does work with, You just push this in there. Just give it a couple taps with a hammer. It snaps in. It will not come out once it goes in. It's not meant to come out. It'll go in. It'll stay in, and then you can put it on there. So we also have the 3 camera adapters out right now for the camera arm. We have our Easy Cam mount, the C920, and a C270/310 mount, and then there's the camera arm add-on. So this STL for this arm, which those bed mounts snap into, comes with the kits. And then you can also get here, and this is a self-print one. Tor designed this. This is a little handle that you can snap onto the, one of your corners to pull the bed forward. And that's included as well.
So you don't
oh my God, honey, go away. So if you guys do want, I thought I put a link on here, but apparently not. Oh, I think it's just down here. We do offer, because the arm needs to be printed in PETG minimum. We highly recommend ABS. We do have what we're calling the camera add-on pack, which is the arm and then all 3 camera adapters as an add-on for that. So that's a separate purchase. But again, all these STL files are included. So if you can print ABS, you can just print it yourself. The camera adapters can be printed in PLA because they're away from the bed. The reason we say ABS for this is we don't want it getting soft and drooping off. So PETG minimum. And even that is going to be kind of like, I don't know if that's actually going to work 100% long term. It might work short term, but not
with high walls.
Yeah. So, but it's still not going to be as good as ABS. Like, can't beat ABS for stuff that's near the bed. We've had printed parts near the bed for a while. So, but yeah, so these are already in stock, ready to ship. We have them already printed. They're ready to go. So it's not something that you're going to have to wait on. They're on there. But yeah, we have here. So if you purchase this, you will get a link in your email to download all the STLs in this pack. So you can print it yourself if you want. Again, if you don't want to print it, we do have the camera arm add-on here. So, all right. I think that's about it. I do got to add, I'll make a note here. I got to add a link to let people know you can buy the camera arm up here. I thought I already did that, but apparently not. Apparently not. Back was asking, will any of these mounts work on the SV06? It will not. The SV06 comes with a solid mounted bed. Now, you could replace the screws with longer screws, because the main thing is, even if you take the screws out and replace their spacers with our bed mount kit, the stock screws are too short to go through our mounts. The mounts are about 22 millimeters tall. So if you change the screws out to longer M4 screws, yes, you could use them, but we don't officially say that it's supported because of the fact that it's not a drop-in replacement. So if a printer is on the supported list, it means that the stock screws that bolt the bed down, it'll work with. So yeah, I mean, like a good example is like, where did Tor go? Wait, did you hide Tor?
No.
Oh. Okay, he stepped up. Oh, hang on.
Oh, what the heck?
Wait, Tor, are you back?
He might be.
Okay, sorry. All right. So I don't know where Tor's going right now. Oh, he might have a delivery. Tor had one of his packages stolen that we sent him the other day. So we were discussing having him get some boxes, and when he cleans his cat litter boxes, he's going to put them in the priority mail boxes and leave them on his porch with a label on them. So when the people come to steal his packages, they're literally seeing a box full of cat shit.
Ew.
I think that'd be hilarious.
Ew.
And I told him we should make some sort of mechanism that when, you have a way to arm it, but then once it's there, if it moves again after 10 seconds or maybe 30 seconds, let them get in their car, it'll just, blow up and there'll be cat poop everywhere.
Ew.
So yeah. All right. Now I have here, I need to save the photo so I can share it in, there you go, save as. Let's see here. I'm just going to put this in my downloads folder because I just realized I can't share, the files directly from OneNote or the pictures.
I do like Mark Rober. I took inspiration from him.
Yeah, no, I think that is a very very adequate response. I mean, my whole thing is if I found somebody stealing stuff off my porch, they would be having a really bad time. Really bad time. You know, maybe
Yeah, I normally wear jeans
remove-
and a hoodie, and I saw the guy walking off the porch with it. I was like, "That's." I just assumed it was me, like checking the mail or something. And then I looked back because I checked the tracking, and the plates weren't here. It's like, that's not me. I don't sag my pants. And he has gloves and everything too.
Yeah. All right, so moving into the news segment is Bambu Lab again, but not for good reason. So, the A1 beds, they're pulling an ANET, and by that I mean their printers are fire hazards.
It was ANET A8, and this is the A1. So
yes,
it's the A line is just cursed printers.
Yes. So, okay. So Nathan Builds Robots posted this. He said, holy electrical hazard. Seems like the whole wire is bad and susceptible to damage and shorting, not just the tip. So my whole thing is seeing the response to this because they've pulled stock from their site. They pulled stock from Micro Center. I'm assuming let me see. I don't know if Matter Hacker sells the A1. I know they sold the X1C. I'm looking on I just searched Bambu on their site. I don't see anything for the A1, so I don't know if they sold the A1. I just see the X1 and the X1 and the X1, X1C, and the X1E. I don't even see the P1P on here. They do sell enclosures for the P1P. Yeah, I don't see any there. But anyway, so this looks like this was a like a Facebook post or something that he's like screen recorded and shared. But this is really bad. Like, this is really bad. I think this is a widespread issue. Either my theory is either they had a supplier screw them over and change the design, or it's just a poor design. It's just a poor design cable. And here's the thing. Bambu is now saying that, oh, well, people set the printer on its back, it damaged the cable. People, had the printer up against the wall, it damaged the cable. I have manhandled the shit out of all sorts of printers, including ones with AC bed, and never had problems like this. So this is a very big design issue, and I don't know how they didn't catch this. So, but this is a video of it happening. So I don't know if the guy's printer was running and he just like pulled his phone out really quick, but here, this is really bad. Like, look at this. Sparking, and it came out of the cable right here. It's not coming out of where the strain relief is, which is where Bambu said was a problem, was down here by the strain relief. So this is how this is packed in the box. This, I don't see a problem with. There's plenty of padding. The amount of force it would take to damage this would basically screw the printer up. So yeah, they were here. Look at, there's a hole right there coming out of the cable. Like, that looks like something like arced out of inside the cable.
Yeah, and this is mains voltage. This isn't 24 volt. This is 110 or 220, depending on where you live.
Yeah. Yeah, so
some people are calling this video fake because you can't really see the power cable going into it, and it's really grainy in the video. But
yeah, so
at this point, Bambu is telling content creators to tell their
to stop using the printers,
to completely stop using the A1s.
Yeah,
while they wait for the official release.
Yeah, so that someone's here again. Let's blame the customers here. Here's the thing: you should be designing around this because the majority of customers are idiots. They're not going to read the manual, and they're going to screw stuff up. You have to design your product around what stupid shit customers are going to do to it. And you are dealing with mains voltage, so extra care should be taken. And the funny thing is, like, the funny thing is that everybody's like, oh, well, at least we're taking care of it. Well, here's the thing. The difference between Bambu and ANET is that Bambu has to take care of it because Bambu has a presence here in the US. ANET and all these other companies don't have presences in the US typically, which means if the Bambu printer burns my house down, I can go sue them easily in a US court. If an ANET printer burns my house down, good luck. Good luck. You're not going to be able to sue a Chinese company, because the reality is the people who have the money to sue Chinese company are not the people that are buying these cheap, shitty printers. You know, they can afford better. You know, they don't have to buy the cheap, crappy printers because they have the money to go buy more expensive ones. And
they
here's
don't deal with this.
And here's the whole thing. Like, I think Creality's worst electrical problem was probably the XT60s. They had a bunch of defective XT60 connectors on the Ender 3s. And as far as I know, none of them actually caused a fire. They just started showing signs of discoloration from the high resistance on the connectors. And I don't know. I don't remember if they did I don't think they did a recall, but I think they were sending out replacements to people, which that's a really easy. Yeah.
They were sending out replacements, if I recall correctly, and they quickly swapped out.
Yeah, they fixed it right away. So I'll bring up some of that. So I saved some of the pictures from. I'll save some of the pictures.
Bambu 3D Experience said, Bambu printers are marketed towards the casual 3D printing customers, not enthusiasts. This makes it an even bigger problem. Very true, because a lot of these people just want to click print. They don't know electrical. They don't know how bad this can actually be.
So yeah, here. So 3Print General said to cease all operations using the A1 and to advise anyone else with an A1 to do the same until Bambu has an official reply. So yeah. So they're relying on other people to spread the word about this. I think that this is more than just they tried to say, let me pull up the blog post.
Yeah, their original blog post was like, if you don't see an issue, it's fine.
They downplayed
most
the
printers
shit out of it.
Yeah, most printers should be fine. But now that it's becoming more widespread, they're saying, okay, well, it's time for you to stop using.
So here, this is the callback, cable callback. They're not calling it a recall. They're calling it a callback, which I don't think that's a language barrier thing. I think they're not using the word recall because I think certain things have to be done. So they're saying that the issue is linked to damage at the root of the cable, which is the connecting point of the heat bed cable, and to the base of the printer. To a very small issue of A1 printers. Excessive bending caused by external force leads damage to the cable at the root. However, that video we saw, the shorting wasn't occurring at the root. Okay.
Yeah, it was mid cable.
That was mid cable. Yeah. So they're saying they tested the fatigue. They're damaging. Our investigation identified several factors that may cause damage. Rough handling during transportation, like dropping the package in certain directions so that the root of the cable is impacted. Those printers come very well packed. The amount of damage, the amount of drop that would have to happen would probably damage more than just the cable. This is just my opinion. They're saying here, during installation, if the base is vertically placed on the table with the cable side at the bottom, all the way on the printer will be concentrated on the root of the cables and cause damage. I have done this on so many printers and never had damage. If this is all it takes to damage that cable, you guys have a really shitty cable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a really crappy cable. Your cable should be able to do this because customers are going to do it. Hell, even Loyal Moses did that. On his stream, he placed the printer on the back. How many times are you working on the printer? You tilt it up on the back. I've done that to other printers. I've done it to Creality printers, never had issues. I've done it to my ANET, never had issues. Yeah, so after the installation, the cable's root on the printer base is impacted by external force on accident. So none of this, do you notice they're saying that they're trying to play it down and point everything at you guys, the end users, not that they cheaped out and built a crappy cable. That's what's really bothering me about this. They're trying to say like this is the damage, which this is just like the cord, like outer layer kind of bunching up. If it was a high quality cord, it shouldn't be doing that, especially if it's new.
Yeah, these printers haven't even been out very long.
No, they haven't. The A1 was rushed. Like they definitely rushed the A1 compared to the X1C and the P1s. These were definitely rushed out the door. Like this is the problem when you have all these companies crapping out all these printer models back to back.
Yeah, it's only been out since the December 14th.
Yeah, and they're telling you here to print this and put it on your printer to fix it. I don't know. I don't know how much that's going to help.
Yeah, especially with people having issues midline.
Yeah, that's not going to. Yeah. So there, but here's the thing: they should probably update this. They're saying here still on this post, and this is the latest post. Is it if there's no obvious signs of damage, it's safe to print. However, they're now telling everybody it is not safe to use your A1 printer. So if you guys have an A1 at home, stop using it. My friend Justin has an A1, and I'm going to make sure to send him links and tell him to stop using his A1 because they're telling people not to use it. Now, here's the thing. If it's so important and they're telling people to tell other people to not use a printer, why is there no update on their website? Are they afraid of legal repercussions if they have an official thing publicly posted to not use it? Like, why are they not publicly posting this if it's this big of a deal? I'm trying to find here.
Also, if you do want a
some
replacement,
people,
it's going to be 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months without your printer. There was
Get
another
that Chinese New Year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Okay, here it is. I will share this here. So here, thank you for contacting support. The stock for A1 box servers, our warehouse is insufficient. We can reimburse you the cost of buying boxes. So they don't have boxes to send the printers back. We require some time for comprehensive internal testing. Therefore, you might need to wait 2 to 3 months to receive your revised heated bed replacement unit. If you prefer not to wait, a refund can be provided if the purchase was made directly through our website. So this is why I think it's a huge problem and they're downplaying it. They would not be offering to give refunds on printers that people have had for months if they're not willing to wait for it. Because I think what their logic is, okay, if the person's not willing to wait for it, they're probably going to use that printer anyways, and they don't want the liability. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is going to cost them a lot of money. So, I mean, it honestly makes me wonder if the other printers are going to have issues down the road if they use a similar cable. I want to take a look at my X1 and see, because those are also AC beds.
I opened up the P1S the other day. It did not have the same type of
Okay. Yeah, so here it is. So they're saying here. So this is from somebody else. Dear partner.
This is from Loyal Moses.
Okay, so this is from Loyal Moses. So Loyal Moses got this email. It says, the feedback we have received so far indicates the damage has only occurred in a small portion of current A1 printers. We have come to the conclusion that we need to take further action to minimize potential problems and risks for users when operating machines. AKA, we want to make sure we don't get fucking sued.
Yeah.
So, therefore, to safeguard the safety and rights of our users to the greatest extent, we advise you to refrain from operating your A1, regardless of whether your cable is damaged. We are currently in discussions to formulate the most appropriate solution. We'll release our plan through official channels as soon as possible. If anyone inquires you about this matter, please kindly advise them to cease using the machine and await the official reply. Emphasize that Bambu Lab prioritizes user safety and is committed to providing you the best solution for all users. Dear God, that is corporate wankery. That's finest right there. They're asking you to emphasize that Bambu Lab prioritizes user safety. If you guys prioritize user safety, you probably wouldn't ship crappy cables to begin with because you're trying to cut costs.
Yeah, the A1 seems like such a rush printer. I do like some of the features.
They are a Chinese company, Blasto, but they do have offices in the U.S.
Yeah, and stuff like this can get them banned at customs and countries.
Yeah, I agree with Nemo here. It should be page 1. They should have, they should not be going behind everybody's backs, contacting content creators to tell them that their printers are fucking fire hazards. They should be posting this publicly instead of making other people clean up their bullshit, because that's what this is. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine if instead of us, like if we had, let's say we sold the printers and we did the same thing, like if instead of like trying to contact our users and make it known and having it plastered all over our site, like a warning, you know, pop up and stuff, we're telling like YouTube creators who are, you know, who aren't even employees of the company to do the company's dirty work. Like, are you kidding me?
And I think the CEO is with, or was just in Germany with Stefan.
Yeah, well, he's probably trying to save face right now.
Yeah, he's trying to go around doing damage control.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at ANET. ANET was known for making fire hazards, and they're gone now. Like, they're defunct. So, yeah, I have no idea here.
I mean, I do like that they're doing.
Hang on.
I do like that they're offering full refunds, and they're actually dealing with it, unlike most companies have in the past.
Well, I may be a little cynical.
Yeah, but
I may be a little cynical, but I think it's because if they don't, they're gonna be.
My percenter's gonna be like, yeah.
Can you download these photos from that post and send that to me, because this screenshot's not that great.
I'm not in the Facebook group.
Oh, you're not in that group. I tried joining it to see if I could grab them before, but I don't think the admins approved. But yeah, so here, all machines have cable issues on them. This is what this Martin Jensen guy is saying. I just received a new bed from Bambu Lab, took apart the famous cable. It seems like they wrapped a ground wire to the signal cable for the heat bed temp sensor. So for all you that didn't ground your machine, this could be the issue with your heat bed temp fail. So apparently that's a common issue with these printers. I was not aware of this. Yeah, I'm wondering if the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission could force them into a recall. That's I mean, this maybe they don't need to because they're doing it voluntarily. But yeah, that's really weird that they wrapped all these wires together. This is also one of the other reasons I don't like using main voltage on beds. Like, I'll use it if I have to, if it's like a giant printer. But there's more risks that come with running an AC bed. Like, here's the thing: if a DC bed, like, let's say, you know, on a Creality, let's say on Ender 3, the bed started stripping and the wire came off. You could touch that wire, you could stick it in your mouth, and you'll get a little buzz, but it's not going to kill you. These cables are carrying the voltage that's in your walls, and if you're over in Europe and stuff where they use 220 or 240 volts, that's even worse than here in the US where we run on 110 and 120. Like, you know, my wall outlets put out right around 120 volts. I guess typically the range in the US is like 110 to 120, which will hurt. It's much less likely to kill you than 220 or 240. Like 220, 240 will really, really screw you up.
They let me in the group.
They let you in the group. All right. Well, let's see.
Oh, they accepted me too.
Did they? I'm checking.
And
here.
you too. You're in.
Oh yeah. Let's pull this up here. Okay. The first post from 20 minutes ago is this guy saying he's going to set this fire hazard up for his son. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and just post a comment here. I'm gonna post. I don't know if it's gonna show anything that I don't want to show, so I'll bring my screen share up back in a sec here. The Leo Moses stuff. There we go. I'm just posting here. Bambu is telling content creators, tell people with the A1 not to use the printer. Do not use the printer. Yeah.
Keep
So
going.
let's
There's a
see.
couple more warnings about other
sent
printers
you-
sparking.
I sent you a link to the post with the cable.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, 220 volt does not feel like a tickle. 120 volt doesn't feel like a tickle.
All right, let's see here. Filament location. Let's see here. Oh, wait.
Yep, that's the post I just sent to you.
This is not a Bambu. This is just another
know.
one. But that's DC. So, yeah, let's see here.
That's
yeah, here.
That's
Does anybody else?
View.
Is this his? Yeah. Does anybody find it strange that only one YouTuber with 14,000 subscribers received an email regarding recall in the A1? Yeah, look at it's just
everywhere.
Yeah. You sent me the other one though, right?
Yes, on Teams.
Mark safe from the A1 cable disaster.
Hang on, I'm clicking it right here. Okay, so these are the cables. Oh yeah, they did like wrap it around the ground cable. The signal line there.
Nice.
So I cut apart the little gland there that goes in the printer. Can you guys hear the audio?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is way better of a picture. So you've got two wires here. There's another. This must be another ground wire here. Oh, you know what? This is probably a shield or a ground shield here going to the earth ground. So you got your line, your neutral, your black and your white, and then you got your actual earth ground here. I'm surprised they aren't using like a proper shielded cable on these other lines right next to the wall power. That's interesting. Okay. So that's that. Oops, hang on. I accidentally closed it. Let's see if there's anything else since we're in here. Let's see if there's anything else that people are saying. Mark safe from A1 cable disaster.
I've been seeing a few of those go on Twitter. Yeah.
This is fine. Yeah, I'm just saying there's another person posted this. What?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh my god. People are dumb. That's not. That's not. Is my cable okay? Oh my god. Please,
Martin,
no.
it's just 220.
Please, no.
The other is for the.
Why are people putting cable chains on these? Oh my god. I regret joining this group now.
No, you don't.
Oh my god. I'm just seeing if there's like anybody else that has had has posted anything. I just saw this. Someone's complaining about the first layer. Just send it. You're never gonna get a perfect first layer on any printer. You're not. This is fine. It will print. If you guys ever watch and you see like your first layer is a little wavy like this, just send it. It'll be fine. Like it's a little too close, but it's probably a little too far on this side. You got to find the happy medium where you got good squish on the whole bed.
I've already seen a few Bambu replacement bed kits for like the P1S and X1C that are milled aluminum.
It's funny. I'm just seeing if there's anything else here.
I just gotta say, I am really glad that I went with the P1S over the A1 mini or the A1.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'm just looking here.
What did they say to you?
I have no idea. He's probably gonna tell me I'm wrong. He's gonna use a printer anyways.
He's a Bambu user.
Oh,
Of
my
course,
God.
they're gonna tell you
I'm
you're
trying to
wrong.
see. I don't think there's anything. There's this guy's post.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. The other thing too, though, is I did notice in the official Bambu group they do nuke posts that are negative. So if you guys want to get actual feedback on these machines that's not heavily censored by the company, would definitely recommend joining some of the more community groups. So yeah. It's a shame. I mean, how do you like? You're gonna be very. I don't think they're gonna. I'd be really surprised if they're gonna admit to like any wrongdoing because of legal, like for legal reasons. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's probably why they're taking some time with the official post, because they need to run it by their lawyers so they don't get screwed.
Yeah, David said apparently the post I saw yesterday about it was in their official group with pictures of the control board for the bed completely fried and it was removed. Can't find it today. Yeah, this is the thing that pisses me off, and a lot of these content creators don't have the fucking balls to call this stuff out, is that a lot of these companies, especially Bambu, has a history is if you don't say anything but nice stuff about them and toe their party line, they will remove you and cut you off, like, which is crazy because like we buy stuff from Creality. We have an affiliate account with Creality, and we have done.
We talk a lot of shit about Creality.
We talked a lot of, and it's warranted shit, but like they have been making better printers because of feedback and complaints from end users, right? Like look at that Ender 3 V3 SE. I hate the model name, but I think it's a great printer for the price. But yeah, it's concerning. Like I guarantee you they're trying to keep this pretty hush hush and not divulge all the details.
Yeah,
probably for legal, reasons.
Look at Lightspeed and Nathan Builds Robots. Both had affiliate links taken away.
Yeah,
they posted something that Bambu didn't like.
Yep.
And it wasn't from what I saw from Lightspeed, it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't anything serious. He did a silly video about their cooling fan.
Hey, give me 1 second here.
Technical difficulties. It sounds yeah, Tommy. They are ex-DJI.
Oh wait, now this is right in front of here. All right, I don't know if you guys read the description, but you guys can't ask us questions. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Do we have any other news other than Bambu, like, and their printers catching on fire? It's been a pretty slow week for the most part.
Yeah, it's been mostly Bambu Firestorm.
So we have no community submissions. However, we do have 5 questions right now. And the first one's from Peter Anderson. He said, "What do you think about upgrading the Y belt on the CR10 S5? It seems like it's way too thin." The CR10 S5. Hang on 1 second.
We do have
the CR10 S5. It's a 10 millimeter width belt. I don't think it would be a benefit to put a thicker belt on there. It probably wouldn't hurt if you did it correctly. Put a bigger pulley on the motor and had a bigger idler. I think it'd be good. So I wouldn't waste your time with it. The 10 millimeter belt is fine for that printer. I've worked on quite a few of those printers, custom builds and repairs and that kind of stuff. Let's see. Peter also asked if we're any news on an EU partner, because shipping's too long and it's expensive to buy heavy stuff. So I don't think unless the economy stops sucking, I don't think we will be expanding past the US just because it's not something we have the staff to manage and the time. Like right now, because the economy has been slow, like even despite us adding, multiple new products, even like we've added the Bambu stuff, the sales have been pretty good. They're not great like they were a couple of years ago. And even back then, It's just more stuff to manage. And honestly, I unless we grow significantly and have more staff to manage that stuff, we're not going to do it. It's not worth the headache because it's such a small market, and I don't have really that many people I know over there that I can trust to run another operation. And again, I don't know if it's something I want to manage because it's more crap to manage. So, yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of other places to get filament and stuff from over there. Just buy it locally. I get it. I'm not gonna be upset. So Ruben's asking, is it possible to set up the orbiter filament sensor unload button to work with EasyBoard V2? The answer is yes, you can do it. You would just have to use a spare IO pin. One of the spare IO pins that is available on that board is on the servo header that would normally be used for the BL Touch. In terms of official support, we don't have official support, and we are not going to put official support. We tried selling those extruders, and they never took off. So it's not something we're going to put more time into. We do offer like general firmware consulting, and just general setup for your printer on an hourly rate, and we can do that. So if you want to have us do the code for you, we can do that, and it's a $50 an hour rate. It probably takes about an hour or two to get that all set up for you. And the thing is, you have the source code for the machine, for the firmware, so you can set that up, read the LDO documentation about how they set the sensor up for Marlin and get it working. It's not too complicated, but it's not easy, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I have the orbiter working on our MKS Monster 8 V2 config, but we do not have it on the Easy board, I don't think. I want to make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. We might have it in the DIY firmware. I gotta double check. I'm gonna pull up the config right now for the Easy board V2. I'm gonna double check here. I don't think it was added. I think the only one no, it's not in there. I think the only one we actually have the orbiter in, because I did a build with that board, was the MKS Monster 8 V2. Checking that. Yeah, we have it. So basically, you can try. I'll just post the notes in here from our chat. I don't know if he's in here, but I'll post it here, or share the screen here so you can see how we have it implemented in. Just double checking my code, because the backend code that drives the unload pin is present in all the board firmware. So let me do this real quick here. So this is the config file for the MKS Monster 8 V2, and you can see we have the LDO filament enable option, and we have the unload pin. So I think, and don't quote me, but I think if you were to add this line with the pin number for the servo header pin for the unload button, and add this as well as uncommenting the easy out enable option, that would probably get it working. Now on the LDO orbiter pinout, the red goes to the V on our board 2, or the 5V. The blue goes to the G, which is the ground, and the green goes to the S. So that's your 5 volt, your ground, and signal. So 5 volt is red, blue is ground, green is signal. And that's for the defilament sensor. And that sensor does work with our easy out setting. So if you want to use an orbiter without the unload button, you would just connect it to our filament sensor with the red to 5 volt, red to the 5V pin, blue to the G pin, and then green to the S pin on the filament sensor header, and then just tell it you have an easy out. If you wanted the unload pin, if memory serves correct how I coded this, you have to have this line and this line with the pin number to then go ahead and engage the macro, because there's a macro in the backend config that gets enabled when it detects you have the LDO filament unload pin option enabled. I'm going to pull this up here real quick. So if I search this, I think it's in the configuration ADV. Yeah, it is here. So I have in the backend code here, if you look, if defined LDO filament unload pin. It's going to define custom user buttons. And then it's going to say here, if enable custom user buttons, button 1 _ pin, and then it links it to the LDO filament unload pin, which is the one you define. And then you can see here, if pin exists, button hit state is high. So when you press it, it goes high. Allow it when it's printing, true. So you can do a filament change with that button. And then it's going to run the G code M700 or M702 U100, and that will trigger the filament unload. So if my memory is serving correctly, how I coded this in for the MKS SGNL, you should just be able to add this in, specify what pin you connected it on. I would use the servo header since instead of using easy ABL, so the servo header should be open. And that might work. If it doesn't, you always contact us and then we can work with you. It probably would take about an hour or less to get it refined and working on the EasyBoard V2 config. All right. Let's see what our next question is. Scott Kane says, I'm starting to observe my bed temperature is fluctuating as low as 30 C, but not higher than 2 C to the set temp. It's going down 30 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure.
Most likely be a thermistor issue if it's.
Yeah, it's either a thermistor issue or you could have a partial break in the thermistor wire. I always check the wiring first. Most of the times when you're having, if it's fluctuating down to 30, it sounds like you have a bad wire somewhere. It's probably something just got stressed and cracked, and it's making intermittent connection. I had that happen on my Ziltech gear, and I just literally took their thermistor out. I ran a new one of ours, and it's been fine. Wires do eventually break. So those are low voltage wire.
Yeah, especially with 3D printing where you're in constant motion.
Yeah. 3D experience. Tim, it's a slow nose week. Bambu, hold my kerosene. I need more printers. I do not need any more damn printers. I don't know what I'm going to do with the printers I have now. I just sold our Ender 5 S1 to Krista's brother-in-law. And he's very happy with it. He got a hell of a deal on that thing because that had all of our upgrades on it, but it actually prints really well.
I have a new shelf, and I still have like 5 or 6 printers out in my living room just sitting around on the floor that I need to take care of. I don't need any more printers. So Dean
KQ480J says, I saw your video on the SVL5 order one yesterday for $169. It's not bad. I think that's what we got ours for. Also, ordered several items for you for your store for the printer. I also purchased Unified 2 software for the stock board. Do you will you be doing Unified 2 for this machine for your EasyBoard V2? I have one of those too. Yes, I will. That will actually be the next like hangout stream. And then basically what happens on the hangout streams is it's me just working on stuff and hanging out with you guys while I'm doing work. And then typically I'll be plugging away at that. And what comes of that afterwards is you guys get to have a video where you saw me put the board in the printer and then, what's it called? And then we'll have it supported. Yeah, the SVO5, like an impromptu guide. Because I don't have time to sit and record tons and tons of videos. So, I still like that printer. I have a bunch of printers that are not hooked up in my farm yet. I also need to figure out what printer I'm going to put in my office downstairs. We were also talking about having personal printers here on each of the desks. I was thinking about putting one here at the end here because this end of this desk just collects crap. And it would be nice for me to have a printer right here that I can just go over to and start a print if I'm like doing something small that doesn't need to be on an enclosed machine. And same thing for Matt. He's got room for a little machine over there on his desk. I don't know if I want to I don't know where I'm going to put the Bambu. I don't want to put it in my office because I don't really care that much about using it. I can't move it out here yet because I do need to make some videos for it with like the hot end and the lighting kit. But I have the SVO5. I have the Ender 5, which is getting the Mercury 1 kit put on in a couple weeks. And then I also have the Ender 7. And now I also have the Ender 3 V3 SE. So, but yeah, the SVO5 is one that I am going to be doing more stuff with. So it's in the queue, and we've just been really busy. And I only have so much time in the day and so much staff to unload things onto. So We are training new people. I did hire a new person 2 weeks ago. Last week? 2 weeks ago? When did we hire Jordan?
It's been 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks. So he just got his first check. So I think it's been 2 weeks. So yeah, it won't catch fire there. No, the X1s are not catching fire. But we do have a smart connected smoke detector in here, so
Yeah,
I also
think
could,
the
you know,
X1 and A1
maybe
are
I'll
pretty
just put one of these in. I totally forgot. This is something I bought a bunch of samples of, and I actually set these off, and they're pretty damn impressive. My whole thing is I don't know about the liability side of selling Chinese fire extinguishers, but these things actually work really well. I think I showed you these, right?
Yeah.
You got
more fire and less fire.
more. I really like the idea of these, and I think the other one, hang on, let me see. So I set this off, and they're meant for enclosed printers. They're not for, like, I don't know how well they'd work with open air printers. But I set a shit ton of cardboard on fire, and I put this just on it outside, and it deployed. Like, it actually deployed, and it's not the powder. It's actually like some sort of like gas, and it extinguished the fire. I was really impressed with this, and it wasn't even in an enclosure, but these are meant for like throwing inside like an engine bay or inside like an enclosed space, to where these little things here, when they get too hot, they set off a fuse, which ignites the extinguishing agent. So again, like, since it's a fire extinguisher thing, I don't know if there's like certain, like, if we test them and they work, like, if there's regulations or certain stuff we have to adhere to. I mean, it's 100% a Chinese product, but I was really shocked at how well this worked. I'm just apprehensive to sell it because I don't know. I've never been in that market with those kind of products. So I don't know. Maybe we sell it as a novelty item or something. I have no idea. All right. So next one is from Brian. He said, "Hey, Tim and Tor, just want to thank you both for getting my under 6 microSwitch direct drive set up with Easy ABL. My last setting is much better improvement. Just need to dial on my first layer bit. My question is, what are the advantages of installing the Easy board on my printer?" So the main reason, and I ran the Ender 6 stock board for a while. The main reason is to replace with our board is if your stock board is having issues. Now, the stock board actually has typically is that the Z motor stops working, and they typically also have a genuine STM32 processor. So the print quality on the stock board is pretty decent. One of the benefits to going to our board would be able to run input shaping without the screen slowing down, because our processor is over twice the speed of the stock one. You'll also be able to push the machine harder because you were able to adjust the motor currents on the fly, because ours are actually UART enabled. In terms of like print quality, you're not going to see a big print quality difference between the stock board and our board, because the stock board typically has the genuine STM32 processor. The only boards we've seen that have mediocre print quality compared to an STM32 counterpart are like the Creality boards with the GigaDevice knockoffs. They just don't print as nice as the STM32 printer. So like if you have an Ender 3 with the GigaDevice chip and you're getting, like, if you print a Benchy, this is where it shows up the most. You get like these horizontal lines on the actual top part of the boat, like the little cabin. That's because your board is just crap. If you literally just switch our board out and don't change anything else, you'll get better print quality. Same thing with the SV06. The stock board has slight issues, not as bad as the Ender 3422 series with the GigaDevice chips, but with the GigaDevice boards, typically the print quality in general is worse quality than the ones running STM32s, especially on like the cheaper printer boards. This is just generalizing with these boards versus ours. So
Chris says probably get cancer from the chemicals they use in the fire extinguisher. Everything will give me cancer.
Everything will give you cancer. Yeah. No, I got to look up and see like what the extinguishing agent is. I'm sure it's on here somewhere. Maybe, hang on, let me do a Google Translate on here and see. The bottom line is it did put the fire out. It didn't leave residue. And it deployed. So I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Hey, Lawson.
Let me see here. That's pretty damn good for something that okay, so when I translate, it said name is aerosol automatic fire extinguishing sticker because you stick it there. Okay, so this QRR is the model number. Implementations there. So I'm assuming this is the extinguishing agent. It says XF499.1-2010. And it's got a shelf life of 10 years. And it says a fire extinguishing agent just says aerosol fire extinguishing agent. I'm assuming the XF 499.1-2010 is the extinguishing agent. This was something I found and one of my suppliers found for me, and I thought it was pretty cool. And you can see here it actually says scope of application: solid surface fire, liquid fire, gas fire, and electrical fire. So oh, I forgot to hang on. My exposure is locked on here, so it's like blowing it out. So you can see there with the translate there. So it's good for all these different types of things. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea. My whole thing is like, I want to make sure we're selling something that's good and is going to last, and like market it correctly so we don't get in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? Because I can have videos showing it working, but I don't know. I've never sold fire extinguishers. Okay, so we have one more question in the queue. So we do have time for a couple more questions if you guys want to add it in. We try to keep the show to about an hour and a half length. Sometimes we go to 2. But yeah, the next one or last one here. Thomas P says, how did the Big Bertha printer turn out? I don't remember what the name was, but it was the 6-foot-tall printer. That was a Big Bertha. Big Bertha was actually one of my printers, which has been parted out. It got damaged on the way back from Rocky Mountain. However, we might be bringing the Chiron, which we're dubbing Bertha the Second, to Rocky Mountain as like an example of an older printer that's been retrofitted with our stuff, which that should be getting brought online next week. We got all the cabling done. I actually worked on that with Matt. I gave him that as a project so he can get used to doing custom work on a printer, like having to drill and tap holes and mounting brackets, put different hot ends on and different mounts, replacing, because we ripped the entire stock cabling harness off of it. So it's all custom wire. So I'm trying to find why I'm like kind of staring off here. I'm trying to find the
pictures of the Optimus.
Yeah, I know I have them here. The question is, what folder did I put them in? Because I like archive my photos into like folders by year. And that was last year. God, we're already 2 months into 2024. When was that? Was that like August, October? Oh, here we go. I found it. So here, I'll show you guys the pictures I have. I took a bunch of pictures of it.
Yeah, that was the P1. The big printers that Tim was sitting inside.
Yeah, I had one guy ask me if I could basically give him all the info on converting theirs. I was like, there is none. This was all done custom. Yeah, so you can see here, this is our multi-mount on here. We got our EasyABL NG sensor. We did the high flow volcano setup with our tough hot end, dual fans. There's an easy out filament sensor up top here. So it's all the same kind of stuff you guys put on your printers. It's just bigger. You can also see I have ground wires here grounding to the chamber heater down here, which is controlled by a solid state relay. You can see here I have a ground wire going to the bed. This printer had a 220 or 240 volt AC bed, and they had no fucking ground wire on it. Like, talk about like shit. Yeah, I took a bunch of. So here you can see nice big ass ball screws on here. Look at, I even ground away the black coating here for the eye loop, so it actually makes contact here. You got a nice hefty zip tie here to give this little bed cable. This is the 240 volt cable with thermistor. Just strap that on there so it's not just dangling about. So there's actually some strain relief. Yeah, so there's a nice view of the hot end. So you see here, we got the easy out right there between like a little guide tube here. Goes into the sensor, goes down into the tough extruder, and then right into the hot end with the multi-mount. I'm trying to see here what else I have. Yeah, here's our easy ABL. It's running easy ABL on this big ass thing. Here's the control box. This is before I cleaned the wiring up, so don't judge me. And look at more grounding. More grounding. We got them all bonded together here. Everything's labeled too. You see this? Bed thermistor, all the end stops. There's labels on every single cable. I know hell's about to freeze over, but I actually used Big Tree Tech products in this build because they were one of the few people that actually had high current drivers. Each one of these drivers is up to 10 amps output, and each one is running one of the Z motors. So there are two NEMA 23 motors running the Z, and they're each pulling about 3 amps is what we ended up setting it at. Got a little bracket here that I designed to mount a cooling fan across the board. This is running the MKS Monster 8 V2. We got 2209s of the X, Y, and E. And then you can see here, there's the one Z with the breakout board going to the Big Tree Tech, and the other Z going to the other Big Tree Tech driver. There you go, Monster 8 V2. Yeah, all nicely labeled. We made a custom LCD housing here to actually put the 12864 there. I know it's a little blurry, but we got all the extra wires here. If you guys are wondering why there's a double pull 20 amp breaker sitting there, is I had to temporarily wire in a 240 volt setup to connect the to connect the bed for testing, because I didn't have a 240 volt outlet in my office, but I did have a sub panel. And it's a little blurry. You can see there, everything's nice and terminated. There's two of our solid state relays here, one for the bed and then one for the chamber heater. That's all controlled by the control board. And look at that, little 350 watt Meanwheel running everything. Because the bed is AC powered, we don't need a ton of wattage for the actual printer. So yeah, so I tried to reuse a lot of the stuff they had. Like there's like this is the connector for the bed. You can see everything's all nice, heat shrunk, wrapped, terminated. It's almost like I'm a professional. Yeah, here we go. It's got a nice big e-stop button. We actually put the SD reader on the front here with an extension, because on these screens, the SD card is actually on the right side of here. So we weren't able to use that. So we just have this extension going to the motherboard. We got a power button here. These were the original ones. We reused these. So basically the power comes in from the power supply, goes through the e-stop, goes through the power switch, and then out to the control board. I think that's it. I don't know why I have a screenshot of Uncle Jesse with his fire starter. But this was delivering the printer. Literally had to strap it into my truck. This is how we got it to the customer. They actually gave us this thick foam. So we laid it down on the foam. We took the hot end off and the control box. Those are in the truck. Then we used two toe straps, strapped it into the bed, got the little yellow microfiber off the back. We improvised. Okay. We wanted this to be more visible. And then I'm trying to find here. Here we go. This is it at their location. We were getting everything set up. But that's it with the enclosure and everything, and they had everything plugged in. So yeah, they were very, very happy with it, how that came out. So yeah, that was a fun project. I had 22 hours of labor on that project, and I don't think I actually recorded everything I did. That's just what I billed them out for, was 22 hours of labor. So yeah. All right, let's see if we have any more questions. Tor, do you have anything else to talk about?
I do not.
Wow.
I do know Nero 3D is actually going to be building an ANET, and he's planning on sending it until he's building the ANET A8, and he's planning on sending it until it burns. It's either it's causing a fire or he's causing a fire.
All right.
And I got to say, what perfect timing.
Right. Are they still selling the ANET A8?
I think a community member sent that out.
Okay.
But
I'm just deleting the their site's still up, but I don't think they're doing anything. We have no more. Oh, I'm coughing so much today. Actually, you know what I think I'm getting? I think I'm getting acid reflux because I had some spicy stuff on my Subway sandwich, and I'm getting fucking old. Hang on, I think I have some Tums in here. I'll be right back. Get some Tums for my old esophagus.
Should be talking about Rocky Mountain. We will be going out to Rocky Mountain. Even I will be there. Forced to go.
Hey Justin, how about you get on here and talk about Rocky Mountain? You wanna plug your event? I got Tums. They're the tropical ones.
George, make sure you use the Prusa slicer options because it has the G code for the preheating. So don't use the Cura option. Use the Prusa slicer, super slicer versions.
You should probably update. Actually, put that on your to-do list to update that starting code one with some new screenshots. I know you use Orcas, so I am delegating that to you. What are you printing on your P1 right now? I see your P1 going. Is your Mercury one? No, that one's not doing anything. It's just looking pretty.
P1 is currently printing a Mando helmet because I wanted to put a long print on.
Oh yeah.
The new hot end.
Yeah, I realized we ordered those hot ends, and I didn't get any other nozzle sizes. I really need to order some other nozzle sizes.
I do have that second one, and I can do a assembly video for the heater and everything.
I'm looking for Justin in my. I think I scrolled past him. Where the hell did he go?
We already have 1,600 general admission tickets reserved. Jeez.
Hang on, here.
That's gonna be wild.
Here, Justin, if you wanna jump in, go ahead. Come on, Justin. Come plug your event. Oh, he's at work. You know, if you really cared about the community. How about this? How about we do an impromptu giveaway?
Stuff.
And I'm going to limit this to just the US.
Not the continental.
No, it'll be continental US. I'm not going to tell them what I'm giving away until they win. So hang on. Let me see here. CloudBot. Let me get a giveaway going. It's telling me make sure to add it. Huh?
Martin says US and Holland.
Okay, fine. If you're outside of the contiguous US, I'm not shipping the thing I'm going to give away international. But if you're in Alaska or Hawaii, if you can, it'll probably be like $20 or $30. I will eat the rest of the shipping. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to do custom. Let's see.
Oh, here, I can show off the print and the lighting kit. Well, I need to plug in my headset as well. Canada?
It'd probably be pretty expensive to ship up to Canada. Okay. I'm going to put on must be a follower to win here. Let's see. All right. I'm going to edit the timer here. Can I edit the timer? Oh, timer duration here. We'll do 2 minutes.
There's my AMS button because I'm horrible at remembering to start.
There you go. That is a lot better.
I started that earlier.
You should design some diffusers for those lights. I've now planted the bug in your head. It's going to bug you until you make them.
This is a hell of a lot better than the stock lighting, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I know how dim it was. So we sell stuff that's fun.
This is no lighting.
All right. A follower, you got to be subscribed to the channel. All right, so we got 2 minutes here. We're going to go ahead and start the giveaway. All right. A Tim will tell you raffle has started. Use exclamation point raffle to enter the raffle. I don't know why it's saying raffle. I need to change that.
Ripple?
To be fair, I'm just using like the standard CloudBot settings. We really need to like sit down and have like a day where we just go over everything.
Full stream setup.
Yeah, just like fine tune everything. I mean, it works. It works well. Let's see here. I'm going to save the settings. All right. Okie dokie. All right. We got 24 entries. Has it only been... Wait. Oh, my God. I actually put 120 minutes. I misunderstood that. So we've got 41 seconds left. I'll close the entries in 38 seconds, 37. I was like, wait, why does it say 1 hour, 58 minutes, 34 seconds? I thought it said seconds because it was set to a minute. And so it said 60. And so I said, okay, if it's a minute and I want 2 minutes, I'm going to change to 120. Well, apparently that's minutes. I wasn't reading. All right. Oh, is the bot only working on YouTube? It was supposed to be working on both YouTube and Twitch. It's showing that it's on both. Let me see here. I'm going to keep it open. Hang on. Let me try. This is a good test here. Give me 1 sec. Oh my God. I was like, what is playing? And I just realized I'm on the Twitch homepage and it's auto playing some uwu stream right now. Give me 1 second. Waiting for my thing here. Hang on. You guys that are on Twitch, stay there. I'm going to have you guys be the guinea pigs. You can help me test. Let me toggle the CloudBot here. I need to go to our channel.
I just got a ticket.
I need to mod CloudBot. You just got a ticket, Tor?
On Twitch. I'm testing it.
Oh, well, if you win, I'm gonna have to redo it. Yeah, no, it's working.
Yes.
I was like, what the hell? It should be working. Okay. I was like, I thought the whole reason we switched over this platform is like it's multi-platform. Like, yeah, I know I can't do anything on Facebook or Twitter, but Twitch and YouTube, it works on. CloudBot.
Sebastian, you get to find out what you win when you win.
Yes, you don't have to enter. All right, we're gonna give it another. I'm gonna give it another 15 seconds here, 20 seconds. So because it's at 1 hour 56 minutes, and it was at 20 seconds when I started talking. I am seeing Twitch people now in here. All right, there we go. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna close the entries. And ready? We're gonna pick a winner. You ready, Tor? You guys ready?
Ready for me to win the one I can't actually win.
I swear to God, if you win, I'm gonna have to pick another winner. All right. And let's see. All right, Stephen Poole, you won. Do you want to know what you won, Stephen Poole? I'm gonna send you one of those $400 battery backups. That's what you just won.
Those are really nice. I have 2 of them, right? down here.
I have quite a few. I may have smoked some of my own supply. I'm just saying. Yeah. And I know, Steven, you're a regular here. I'm going to just double check. Let me see here. Are you in our system?
You should be.
Yeah, I know the name sounds familiar. I'm not showing any Steven pools in our customer orders. Have you just been watching us and never bought anything? I mean, that's fine.
No, I have
I've typed Steven, Poole, just like his username. So I was just going to pull his address. That's simple. If someone's already a customer and they win something, it's really easy to send them something.
Yeah, he's bought some neon green coax.
Oh, okay. All right, he is in there. Okay, so Steven, if you're in here, is the address that has the numbers 14 in it still your current address? Can we ship it there? Mr. Steven. Bueller. Yeah, I found it. I don't know why. I
found it and I sent it to you.
I know. I was looking at ShipStation. I'm wondering if it's just because he hasn't ordered in a while. If that's why. Yes,
that's it.
That's probably it. I don't know. I don't know what ShipStation's cutoff is for. Yeah, he said yes. Okay, Tor. So go ahead and you have his info. Set him up an order for one of those UPSs, and we'll get it out to him on Monday.
Yep,
so
I'll do that
just
now.
set up a normal order, zero it out, and put a note in there that it was a TH3D Nation stream giveaway. So enjoy it. Those are really damn good battery backups. So, all right. We're just gonna. I will promise you, I will give the dogs some treats tonight when I go back in the house. They're not in the they're not in the shop with me today. So, but anyways, another giveaway, Tim stuff. Hey Tor, how about you pick something to give away? We have Tor's pick something under $100.
Let's do. What do we have? Let's do one of the new flex plates.
You want to do it? Okay, we can do a Bambu, or they can have their pick of the 235 or the Bambu one. So all right, here. Easy Flex Pro plate. And the timer duration. Oh, value in minutes. Okay, I should have read. There's like a little question mark. All right.
Steven, you even have an account. Thank you.
I know, right?
So much easier.
Okay. Let's go and let's do this. We got 2-minute timer and we are going to start the giveaway, and it's the correct time now. So there we go. Has started for viewer. That's so like generic. Where is that default thing? That is so weird. What did it say here? Man, you guys are quick. Has started for viewer. Use the exclamation point raffle to enter the giveaway. I'm going to change that to, yeah, I guess raffle works.
Steven, you should be getting an email about your order.
Passing on this giveaway, no Bambu stuff. We are giving away your choice of a flex plate for a Bambu. We have 2 right now in stock. 235 by 235, and we have dual-sided black PEI flex plates for the Bambus. It's for the A1, the P1, and the X1. And again, if you have an A1, don't use it. They're quite literally fire hazards right now. Oh, I see what it says. A giveaway has started for, and it shows like the permission level. I'm just going to change it. A giveaway has started. I guess I'll leave that. I guess that makes the most sense. All right, we got 30 seconds left on the giveaway. We got 27 entries. What's our favorite printer of all time? I don't really have a favorite printer of all time because they're all so different. Like, I mean, I use my Ender 6 a lot. and I use my Ender 3 Pro a lot. I also use my Ender 5 Plus a lot. I guess if I had to like pick one, I'd say it'd be like the Ender 6 or my 3 Pro. I mean, both are heavily upgraded, but those are my two favorites. I know you like your Mercs.
These are my two favorites right now. My Mercury one that I've customized with an enclosure, and the P1S has actually been quite the workhorse for over 500 hours now.
You sell out.
500 hours. It's not had a lot of issues. I'm happy.
Not yet. Give it a little more. 500 hours ain't shit. Do you know how many hours these things have on them? They have tens of thousands.
Probably have
they have years of print time.
The Mercury already.
They have years of print time. So, all right. The giveaway has entered. I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner. And Truggy, do you have an order number, Truggy? If you guys win and you have an existing order number that has the address you want to ship your stuff to, you can just post your order number in chat so we can pull your address and get your giveaway info in. Ooh, Krista's Valentine's Day gift just shipped. I had to get on a waiting list to get it. I hope she likes it. I can't tell you guys what it is because she's probably watching.
Nope.
He secretly works for Bambu. It's been a little while. All right. Well, you can send us, Truggy, send us. I'll just tell you what we do for people. Just take a screenshot of your like account drop down menu, like, you know, on YouTube, because you're on YouTube, you click the little account thing where it just shows like your username info. Send me a screenshot of that to our help desk and let us know if you want the 235 by 235 Easy Flex Pro or the Bambu 256 by 256 plate. Those are your two choices right now. So, all right, I think that's it. I'm gonna check and see if we have any other Q&A submissions. We do not, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Do we have any community showcase submissions? We do not either. All right. Well, and I'm gonna get a few more things done out here in the shop, and then probably go play way more hours of Pal World that I probably shouldn't be doing. So there you go. Oh, hey Tor, there you go. 399,450. All right. Do you know what plate you want? 256. Okay. All right, Tor will get that set up for you right now. It'll go out on Monday. So, all right.
Is that address going to be the same?
What's that?
For
for him.
Trudgy, yeah.
God, these people are so like in the Bambu A1 groups. I said, hey, Bambu's telling content creators tell people the A1 to not use a printer. And I post a screenshot. Sounds like an email from the competition. They would have sent that email out to all buyers, not content creators. Red flags all over that message. Why are people so dumb? I just don't get it. Fine.
Missiles are JV.
Go ahead and let your houses burn down then. Oh my God. This is why I don't usually participate in social media, because people are so dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
Dear God. All right.
I'll send you plate.
You will get plate. All right. I think that's it. I think we finally end the stream. Yeah, if you guys play Pal World, hit me up. I'm on the TH3D Discord. We have our own server because we're fancy. So, all right, guys. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Tori, you got anything else?
I do not. It's fun.
All right. Well, I will see you guys all later. Everybody have a good weekend. Thanks for dropping by, and catch us next week at 5 p.m. Central. Goodbye now. Bye. Play the